Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. How's it going, Joseph?
It's going well, Alex. I got a whole party device now plugged in as my microphone. We tested this before the stream, but you know, hopefully everything will be super clear, super loud, and no buzz, no nonsense. Everybody should have a good time today.
Yeah, we had some audio issues last time, but so far everything's been working fine. And yeah, so let's jump into some of the news about what's been going on here. Some very cool and exciting stuff has been happening. So in case you weren't paying attention, we have got an NFT sale going on right now. This is our first major NFT sale from artists in our Creator Fund. Creator Fund was started over 2 years ago. That's I joined kind of in one of the first waves of people signing up, and we have 46 artists participating in this. Some of these names you might recognize from the chat. We've got Gato Stow, Voxel Bunny's in here somewhere. I don't know if the image is in here. My eyes are not seeing it at the moment. We got Panda Pops. We've got a whole bunch of other people from our community that should be. Oh, Voxel Bunny's right there. Bunch of people in there. So you can go ahead and check out the Medium article here. We'll send it there. Links in the chat. Some really wonderful assets have already totally sold out. I sold a very large asset myself. That we can take a look at that later. We got some great artwork from different people, and there's still a bunch of stuff for sale. So if you go to sandbox.game and you click on the market button here, you can see up at the top, there's still 76 items for sale. Out of, I think it was 112 was the final count. Drinks on you, Alex, with that sale. Yes. Well, I did try to immediately turn it around back to my fellow artists. I bought some stuff on the sale. If we go to my my inventory here, I picked up a airplane statue, pirate captain's desk. Some of them are older uploads, so they kind of hide in your inventory further back. Undead Hellhound, that was one of the winners from the very first VoxEdit contest. I've been waiting to buy this for like a year. I've just been like, how long ago was that first contest? Was that July? I feel like it was this past summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So since the VoxEdit, the first VoxEdit contest, I've been waiting. I've been like just staring at this and going like, this is mine. And I think it was actually the very first item that sold. I don't know if the first one sold is the one that I bought or if somebody else got to it before me, but there was only I think 10 copies or 30 copies. There were only 5 copies because it was a legendary. And I was like, I had the tab open before the sale started and everything. I was like, I'm ready to go. So I got that. Baby Fox, Classic Zombie, Explorer Girl, the Hell Sword and Heavenly Sword. So some really, really great stuff in this sale. And there's still great stuff on the sale. We've got some really cool dinosaurs, dragons, monsters, animals, characters. As far as entities go, these are, characters and NPCs that you can put in your game. And then we've also got some cool artwork. There's more of the pirate captain's desk and alchemy workbench. These are super detailed. I just love the exquisite. I don't use that word very often, but these are exquisitely detailed assets. And I've been eyeing that alchemy desk alchemy workbench for a long time. Where was I? Page 3, I think. Maybe I skipped over it. But we got some other really cool artwork. So you'll actually see there's a few different categories here now. These filters, you can't see it because the chat's in the way. Chat, you're going to move over here.
There you go.
So we've got some new NFT type filters. So you can check out entities, which is all like NPCs and animals. Equipment, there's only a few that have the equipment tag right now. There's going to be kind of a mass. There's a bunch more equipment that's on the marketplace, but they need to get updated for this equipment tag so they'll all be filtered correctly. So that's going to be happening. Wearable is what the the avatar creator is going to be. So those aren't in there yet, but they will be soon. And then art is a brand new category also, which is these are like legendary in scarcity. So on the sale, everything is only 1 to 10 copies. So these are all super rare items, and there's a few of them that I want to go back and grab. Gas fees are a bit high right now, but we'll see how that develops. And for future sales, we are still planning on going to a layer 2. I don't think we have any new details about that, do we, Joseph?
Not yet.
Not yet. It's a whole process, but we definitely want to move to a layer 2 system, so that way gas fees are affordable.
I think I can say that we have some very Hawkeye ambassadors out there. So I can't confirm or deny anything, but I would recommend just following all of the ambassadors on Twitter if you want to see like some things, because they will like scrub the blockchain and be like, this thing here, and then 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later, whatever, it'll be like, hey, we're announcing we're doing this. So that's always fun for me to see, because I'll be like, oh, hey, nice job, Mark.
How does one follow an ambassador? How does one find an ambassador?
Well, the ambassadors are a mysterious bunch, but essentially the easiest way to do that right now would be to go to my Twitter at TheVisionEX, and then just click on the people that I follow, and like a third of those people are Sandbox related right now. The rest of them may be industry professionals in the video game service, because I used to do journalism and that sort of thing. But yeah, you can find them all in there.
So Snoop,
or, of course, you can go. Yes.
Snoop Joseph's retweets and likes and be like, hey, that's Sandbox related. Maybe, yes. And then see what that person's talking about. And if it's all about the Sandbox, then probably an ambassador.
The Discord does have all of our ambassadors in there, but you want to be careful not to like at a big group of people, because they are all over the world.
Yeah.
So if you're like at ambassadors, then it would be like ding to somebody in Australia when they're sleeping right now.
Yeah.
So just be careful about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got so many people on our Discord. It's usually safe to add a specific person, like you want to talk to that person, but you don't want to hit a whole group of people. There's some groups that I think that you can't ping all at once anyway, just by the rules of the server. But we don't lock down all of those, because if we have like a spam bot invasion, we do want to be able to tag admins and mods to be like, hey, this is an emergency. Whoever's on board, whoever's in control right now needs to do something about it. But for general questions and stuff, we try to talk to somebody specific instead of all the admin team from all around the world. So, other news,
Alex. Yes. What
other
else
news
we got here?
We've got the game jam going on. It has officially started. 300,000 sand. Now it's funny that this says 300,000 sand, approximately 186,000 US dollars, which is not up to date anymore.
Sure.
Because sand, last I looked about an hour ago, was like 80 cents. So
that is true. It's nearly 81. So if that was applied to
like
now,
$250,000.
That number is 242.1.
Yeah.
I didn't count the spare change.
That's
but
okay.
Yeah,
it's going to go up and down as time goes down.
Right.
So
great.
We will see what it's at when the game jam ends. But I'm going to paste this link in the chat also. So check out that game jam. Giddy Gat says, big round of claps for the hard work of Alex and Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll take
Here we go. Here we go.
There it is. You know what I mean?
Joseph has gotten his soundboard in. Well, synthesizer, I guess, technically. MIDI controller. It's something over there.
All of it.
He's going to be making weird noises.
All of it together. We can make weird noises. You know what I mean? We can do this.
So we talk about the game jam a lot, but what we're going to do Saturday is we are going to talk about custom assets. So there's this question: can I create custom assets? For the first time in game jam history, our game jam history, which is only this is our fourth game jam.
It is.
We can now add custom assets for playing. So before you were only able to add items that are on the marketplace, and there's like 4,000 items on the marketplace, so there was a lot of stuff to pick from. But we do have a lot of artists who are interested in showing off what they can do and who want to make something specific for their game. So I think Joseph has a link for this form that he can share in the chat. If you are joining the game jam, you can request for you and any of your teammates to get whitelisted as artists on the Sandbox website.
If you would like me to explain this process, I can. I have written it out to quite a few different applicants so far.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, if you submit on this form, this allows your account to be an artist. And then if you have an asset that you create as an artist and you want a game creator that's not you to be able to use that, then you have to publish that or make the request for it to be approved into the marketplace. That still doesn't mean that it gets sold, but it means that somebody can click the little plus on there so they can add it to their account and you'll be able to use it in the game maker. So this is step one, applying to be an artist. Anyone who applies pretty much gets approved. You just have to say, hey, here's the game that I'm making, right? Of some vague expression of what game you'll be making. And then I'll go in and approve your account as an artist. And then you can start submitting those things. Before the end of today, you will be able to get another form submission for each piece of art that you create that you want approved. I will need that sent in so that I can go down the list and say, okay, this is real, this is real, this is real. And not just test iterations that you guys are making as artists.
So Andy Ritchie asks, what if it's a secret? Well, we don't have something for that right now. So the solution for this. So our goal is, and I'm not sure if we've decided on the timeline, but about a week before the end of the game jam. So yeah, a week before the end of the game jam will be your deadline to submit for approval. So as soon as you upload an asset, and we're going to go over all of this on Saturday, what the whole process is, it's going to be a whole tutorial. We'll make sure that video gets archived and sent out to everybody who wants to get involved in the game jam. But if as soon as you upload an asset, you can use it in the game maker. You don't have to request approval. You don't have to do anything else with it. Nobody else can see it. It's in your account, hidden away where only you and technically admins can see it also, but it's not like we're snooping on your accounts because we got other things to do.
For that, really.
So as soon as you upload it, it will be available to you in the game maker. You do have to relaunch your level for it to pull the latest list of assets from your account. And then you can start developing your game with it. Then before the week deadline,
1 week,
the week before
week
deadline.
ahead. Yeah.
Because Joseph's probably going to have a few thousand of these assets to approve because everybody's going to wait to the last minute and submit. We just know it. So he needs some time to be able to process through all of those so you can publish your game to the gallery, because you do have to have your assets public on the gallery before you can public on the marketplace before you can publish your game to the gallery. So you will need to request approval then. But basically the whole time leading up to that, if you've got a secret asset you don't want anybody knowing about, it can remain hidden until that last week. After that point, though, other people could add the asset to their game. So as you can see, there's all these really cool. These are by Crad Super Soldier, one of our Creator Fund artists. He made these amazing transforming mechs, and I'm gonna add all these to my inventory. So this is not buying them. You see that the stock doesn't go down. It doesn't ask for my wallet to approve a contract or anything. It's just adding them to my inventory for play testing.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes. Putting into that game. Yeah. But you don't own it.
I don't own it. I have not bought these.
But I want to introduce this caveat in the middle here real quick. If you are the game creator, and like in Andy's case, I know Andy was talking about having an artist create the art while Andy's working on the game. He's starting with this like team dynamic, right? So if you are a creator, there is no way for you to have access to the assets that your artist makes unless they push it to the marketplace by a request through me. So if you are a team, it's going to be essential that you submit these requests early and not in the last minute. Otherwise, you're going to restrict your game creator so that they only have the last week to finish the whole game.
Right.
So that's just it'll be okay if it's on there, because I think if it's a specific art direction, maybe somebody could pull one thing or another, but they're not going to pull your whole theme into their game, I don't believe.
And in that last week, they wouldn't have a lot of time to develop their whole. It's not like they can take your final boss and be like, I'm going to make my whole game around this. Or if they try, I mean, you will have been working on it on your game for a month and a half, and they'll have 1 week to try to one up you on it. In the future, we might have a way to hide assets temporarily, or not temporarily, but hide them indefinitely, I guess, making them like a private asset. But eventually, you'll want to sell these things, so you won't have to sell all of them. You can mint them, publish them. You can sell off copies of your final boss. Other people can make games with them or just collect them. Do all sorts of fun stuff. So it's like making, if Nintendo wanted to sell amiibos, but through the blockchain, like this is like selling virtual amiibos from Super Mario Brothers or something. So it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. But we do understand that maybe you want like a super secret treasure or hidden boss or something that's like a surprise for when your game comes out, and we are looking into how to set that up with the system that we have. So anyway, this is game day. We're supposed to be playing games. Let's play some games. So 0.5.3 came out. I know some people messaged me they were having issues getting the game maker to do anything, and it was working fine for me when they asked. And then I was like, well, I should check before streaming. And so like 2 hours before we went live, I was like, okay, let's try this out. And then it wasn't working for me either. So we got that fixed. I talked to quality control, quality assurance, QA. I know my letters. It apparently was a really easy fix. They fixed it in like 5 minutes, and it should be working for everybody now. If it's not working, I would suggest go to, when you launch the game, before you log in, down in this corner where it has quick game right now, but before you log in, there's a button that says clear cache. I would do that. It just, it dumps the assets that's already downloaded and re-downloads them again. That might help. But it should be fixed for everybody now. All right. What, your drink, man? Me? I don't got a drink.
Yep.
I'm going dry
it's me.
today.
I have Mountain Dew Code Red.
I wouldn't mind a
Not
Mountain Dew
sponsored.
Code Red.
It's not in a glass this time, so it's like really obviously,
I usually have LaCroix.
LaCroix.
You're not supposed to say it that way. All right. So we were asked to play the world's hardest parkour map by Roofy.
JP Coco. I don't know if you can't use a game maker just because it wasn't working earlier today. That was patched, hotfixed backend, so it should be good.
Yeah,
hopefully.
And we've got still a month and a half, right? Full month and a half starting tomorrow. Starting
in hours, yeah.
Yeah. So
April Fools, you know what I mean?
There's still a lot of time. So so maybe so this is a first person game. I forgot I updated my avatar on the dashboard.
Oh, very nice. Your little punk.
I hit the random, and I don't the combination of shoes and pants. I'm kind of digging this look. I mean, I'm not.
This flavor text is going to age very quickly, and I like it.
Get your sand coins here. Only
77 cents each, and they're already currently like almost 81 cents.
If I saw sand coins at 77 cents right now, I'd buy your whole stock.
Bye.
Can I get on top of this? I'm just trying to see what I can. It's a parkour map, so parkour. No, okay, I can't get up there. TNT.
Get that parkour.
This is quite an intense table. Look at these awesome guns. I don't know who. We can see who made this by hitting N and going to the list of assets. Weapon stall, view asset page. Who made this?
That's really cool.
Who made this? Whack-a-mole 109. Whack-a-mole 109. I'm adding this to my inventory because I like this. I like all these guns and stuff. So there. That's how easy it is. So if you're playing somebody else's game on the gallery, and you're like, oh, I like that asset.
Yep.
I want that. That's all you got to do. I just did it right there in front of your eyes. What's this guy saying?
So I want to go over one more thing while you're getting started on this hardcore parkour. So if you want your game play tested live here on Wednesdays, all you have to do is message us, tweet us, what have you, on socials or here on Discord, here on Twitch, on YouTube. You could just submit it in any way and say, hey, this is the name of my game. It's in the gallery. Now, that said, if you are using the artist program that we want to allow you to use throughout this game jam, that means that all the assets that you have created for your game will have to be approved before it can be pushed into the gallery. So if you want us to playtest, then you're going to have to also message me and say, hey, these assets need to be approved, and then can you playtest it on Wednesday? And we would be more than happy to do that. So the point of Wednesdays is usually to break your game and highly criticize it so that you have the best possible chance of having people play your game when you push it in the metaverse and potentially win in this contest. So neither Alex or myself are going to be judges in this contest, unlike in previous contests. So we can give you our best input, but we're not the final answer. You can see a list of judges on the article on Medium, including people from Ubisoft. I think people from Square Enix are on there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a bunch of different industry professionals. So your game will be play tested by real game developers and industry leads. So there's no way to get in this hole.
Well, I think that's the end. I'm supposed to, because he says you made it. So I think I was supposed to go down the steps. But this is me trying to break things because I am Alex, Destroyer of Worlds. And
that's what you do.
That's what I do. That's all I do, really, is I just mess everybody's day up by poking holes in what they do. I love it. I get to be the bad guy, and you get to make your stuff better for everybody. So
the real Frank asks, does Guacamole get royalties for you using their asset in your experience? And the answer is yes and no. Currently, they're not trying to sell it. As an artist, you can create assets and you can have them in the marketplace forever for free if you want. Or you can mint them into NFTs and try to sell them that way. And so you could see in the marketplace, we have some NFTs that have been minted by the artists as like our first jumping off point. So right now, people have been able to buy those NFTs, and all those that were turned into NFTs became limited. So they won't be able to be used in your game experiences for free anymore. You would either have to own one or make your own.
If I can jump in there real quickly, I think in order to mint a game to the metaverse, all of the assets need to either be minted or basic, meaning that they have a special tag put on them that means they're available for everybody. So a lot of assets that you see, well, pretty much all the assets you see with it when you first get the game maker before you've ever added anything to your inventory, those are all basic assets. They come from the Sandbox, and they're usable in any game for free. And there's a few hundred there to get you started. If you want to publish a game to the metaverse by minting it, I believe in order for it to be wrapped, all the assets need to be minted. I'm not positive on that, but that's my understanding on how the process is going to work. Ooh, I can get up here.
Sure. And we're still a little ways away from that, so we'll get more details on that and have it really plain and obvious when it's time, right?
Yeah.
But as we go right now, that's our understanding of it. So keep in mind that those assets that are free now, that have been created by artists or community members, may not be free later. And when they are not free, if they are not free, then you will have to buy one in order to keep using it in your game. So,
I do know that we plan on the process of minting it. So right now you've got the paper airplane button in the game maker, which publishes to the gallery. And then there's a world icon, which doesn't work yet, which is for minting to the metaverse. In that process, you should be given the option for any assets you don't own to buy them at that time. I know that is a planned feature. So you don't necessarily have to hunt them down one by one from your inventory. You could say, hey, I want to mint this, and then the game maker will prompt you to collect the items in one transaction, hopefully.
Cool.
That's the goal.
Well, you ready to go in?
I'm ready to go. I'm like raring to go. I'm jumping around all over the place. I'm ready to parkour.
Jump in.
All right,
Get
what's
it
this guy
going.
say? Are you here to seek the treasure in the cave? Yes, I am. Not. I am here to parkour. I am here to parkour.
Gotta get that parkour.
It's parkour. Let's see. All right. Okay, we're at our. Ooh. Okay, so we've got some lava down there. I think the lava issue was fixed. The damage to or the missing damage was fixed in the 0.5.3 patch. And oh, hey, I was able to go through here. Okay, so I was doing a little bit. This is as far as I've gotten. Oh no! Whoa. So the rope railings, you can walk right through them, but I fell down. I guess I wasn't supposed to go that far on this anyway, because it ends right there.
Yeah.
But I got lucky and I fell right on this tent, and yeah. So I had launched this game to have it ready right before we went live, and I wasn't able to get through there. But now I'm able to get through there, so I think it was just an issue on my end. And all right, I can't tell if there's a difference between these three. There's like a cobweb covering all the doors, and I don't know which one is safe. So
I think the left.
I just like went through.
Oh. Wait, are you taking damage? Oh, you did.
I
You
did.
have to start all over.
Yeah, I started all over. Okay. All right.
So,
Parkour.
Being that that's not the first room.
No.
But actually, it's so close to the first room. Look at you. You're just gonna rush it. You're just gonna rush
I tried, but it didn't work out so well in the end there.
I guess it's not that far away, but it would be prudent, Rufu, since you're watching, is to have checkpoints. I don't know if you do, but let us know, because if you don't have checkpoints and you start introducing checkpoints at like for each room you spawn there, I think that's just gonna lead to a better experience for your user.
I overcorrected.
The hardest parkour game ever. You got to have that sense of like, I did it at some point, and if it always takes you back to the beginning, that can be a bit dissuading, unless it was like, 1996 and you're playing on Sega Genesis.
And you don't have any other games.
Right.
No. So I don't. Am I allowed to walk on the logs, or am I supposed to fall through those? Because I feel like I'm falling through them, but it's kind of hard to tell because I die so quickly. I'm not sure.
I would have just thought it was all the pillars if I was playing so far.
It's definitely more challenging in first person, I would say.
Not all the pillars have collision.
Oh.
Okay.
That's sneaky.
That's interesting. Is there a visual indicator that suggests that it won't have collision, that like maybe something you could learn? Because even if it is the hardest one, there's a certain a certain measure of just frustration for a user if their pillars don't have collision. Like maybe you put a blue dot on the ones that do have collision or don't.
Something that they can learn.
Maybe a ring. Yeah.
Like
something that you could say, I'm an expert at this, and then you watch your friends come in and your friends are bad and you laugh at them for a little while, and then you play again, and you're like, oh yeah, look for this, look for that, right?
All right. Time to get serious. We got to get past this room. I'm going to feel embarrassed if I can't get past this room.
You're never going to get past the room, Alex. That's all there is.
Oh.
So if you're watching this and you've never made a game before, just know that each one of the things that we are playing here on Wednesdays has been made by a community member. This one in particular was submitted to us, I think, last Saturday. Rufu had asked, hey, can we play the hardest parkour game of all time? And they created this parkour game. So they did this all with free tools available on sandbox.game. And those free tools you can sign up for right now. You can start working on game. It's quite simple. You don't need to know how to code. You just pretty much click some drop-down menus, drop some assets in there, and start creating.
Wow. So you can't quite look straight down. So if it looks like you're going to drop on it, I think that's why I've been having issues, because I've been looking straight down, or sure. I thought I was looking straight down, but I wasn't really looking straight down. So you actually need the pillar to kind of go almost underneath you, like.
Because in FPS, like in real life, you can't really look straight down, right? Like you can look down,
You have
but
to
like
bend way over, yeah.
your body gets in the way, right?
So this, it feels like I'm, yeah. See, if I spin the camera, it's almost like it's centered. You can just barely see the,
Right,
you
right.
can see the corners there. So you
Yep.
kind of have to like overshoot slightly, because that I'm like right on the edge, because you can see too much there. So that's this is
Draculano in the chat asks, "How do you play?"
no.
If you want to play test the games that creators are putting into the gallery, you can. The gallery is a feature inside the game maker, so just download the game maker at sandbox.game and then open up the gallery. Instead of going to create your own game, you can play test these. They are in order of last submitted, so you're going to have a lot of them from creators who've never done it before that might just submit like test because it's the first time they're ever publishing to the gallery and they want to know what that does.
We're working
but
on some filters
games-
for that.
Yeah, like search functions and stuff aren't
Yeah.
yet there, but they will be in the future. It's been a commonly requested feature.
Same clankers, same.
What? I look
the
straight down, my belly
difficulties
gets in
of
the
looking
way.
straight
I see
down.
it, I see it. It's a struggle out here, you know? No, I've been recently doing that. I'm sure a lot of people can relate, frankly. You know, since COVID, I think I've gained like 25, 30 pounds. And, okay, so I'm pretty sure that door will go nowhere. And then you need to go left. Oh my.
So I don't know what's up with these.
That
Ooh.
appears to have worked. So.
Hey, okay. This was a door. Ooh. So this is where we would want a checkpoint.
Yeah,
hello.
hopefully.
Hello, mummies.
Hopefully there's a checkpoint. This is starting to get
I'm getting a little sweaty here.
well, whoo, well, woo.
It's getting a little warm.
Yeah.
So these are all the same height. So they're these. I'm not gonna jinx it. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything yet.
He's like, easy. Don't even worry.
No,
It's so
I jinxed it.
quick. Take out. Don't even think about it. You got it. You know.
Oh man.
Oh wait.
So it was feeling like they weren't so hard because they're all at the same height, and that difference in height makes a big difference in the challenge, especially on like first person, judging how far you're supposed to jump. But
checkpoint presets usable. Alex, do you know if the presets all got?
I
worked
haven't. I
think
last time I tried in 0.3, it wasn't working, but I don't know that that's something on the game maker end that needs to be fixed. That might be a server side thing. So,
sure.
it may
Well,
be.
I think
Oh no! What?
Even the lava work.
The ladder was just like, nope.
Oh, no. Given that the lava has worked, it's always worth a shot to go back in there and see if presets are back. Because
I don't think the lava's damaging me. I'm falling straight through to the bottom, so I'm dying. I'm dying at the bottom level.
Bottom of the world.
Yeah.
I see. Oh man.
So it could be that block damage is working. I'm not sure. I haven't.
Oh yeah.
This release just came out on Monday, and I've been very busy the past few days with the asset sales, so I have not had a chance to play around with 0.3. I keep saying that 0.5.3.
5.3, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a comment here in the chat. Lays dollar. The other day when you won that land NFT, because we maintained an average of over 150 viewers throughout the entire stream. You did still win. Everything seemed to be in order. But I got really busy, frankly, because that was the same time that we announced this whole artist program coming through. And so I got, I think it was 16, 17 different new applicants on that day. So I expect to have more, but nonetheless, I sent out the email for that. And when I send them out, if I send it out at 1 p.m., that's like closing time in France where the land is actually issued from. So it may be that that'll come through within the next day or two because I was only able to send that out today. So you will get that land NFT still. It's just me being behind because there's a bunch of stuff to get done. So the marketplace is live now though, so everybody's happy, having a good time too. Meetings on meetings. Alex worked way too much last week. I'll tell you that right now.
It wasn't. I mean, so many people worked so hard to put the sale together. we had so they might not be in the chat right now. I haven't seen them talking, probably because they're both very tired. No, why? I got up that ladder on the first time I tried it with no problem, and now the 2 times that I've gotten back to that ladder, it's just like nope. So Bunny and Gadostow, who are usually here in the chat, I wouldn't say usually in chat, and for Bunny, it's kind of the other side of the world. So our new time that we have for Wednesdays is very late for Bunny. So
yeah.
But Gadostow is actually in an earlier time zone or later time zone than me. So if it's 5 o'clock for me, I think it's 4 o'clock for him. But both of them pulled just about as many hours as I did since Thursday. So Thursday was our meeting of the minting, where all the artists learned how to mint. And I don't know if you've ever taught a classroom before, but
Sure.
it can be difficult to teach a class of 40 people how to do something. And it's more difficult when English is not the first language for more than half of them. And and they're also in time zones spanning the entire globe. We had people from Japan and Hong Kong and Korea, Russia, Argentina, France, the United States. There was one artist from Australia,
Monkey Junkie,
one from
you
the
should have been
UK.
approved. Sorry. If you sent me a DM on Discord, I probably already approved you. Let me check. Well, sorry for interrupting.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
Monkey Junkie, you're an approved artist right now, so you should already be able to take an asset that you created in VoxEdit and then send it to the marketplace, and then load your game maker, and you'll be able to see it there. But
You do
just
have
keep
to
in mind
reload
that-
the game maker.
Yeah, and then you'll also have to, if you want to push that game to the gallery, then you'll have to submit each piece of art to me for final approval, so that you and the rest of the public can see it in the gallery and in the marketplace.
Thank you, Gundam. Gundam said I was a good teacher. That's good. It's teaching is like, oh, come on, like a family business for me. Both of my parents have been teachers. I was teaching karate in high school, and I was a teacher all through college and stuff. So it's kind of it's what we do. It's been many years of practice, but it's still, everybody was like super well behaved. It's not like it was a rowdy classroom. It's just difficult when you've got that many people trying to learn something new, and all of these things in the way, like language barriers and time zones. People are tired and or just barely waking up. It's all sorts of stuff happening there. So
Clank,
go ahead.
Sorry, there's like 3 questions that I want to address in the chat first. Probably 4. Do edge of map lands have unique characteristics that make them different from inland or landlocked lands? The only real unique characteristic is that when you walk to that edge, you don't get a pop-up prompt that says, hey, you're about to go into this land right now. And then there's, is there a universal day or night cycle or a cardinal direction? So there is no day-night cycle because the developer gets to choose what the light source or like ambiance of the experience is. And then the universal cardinal directions do exist, but there's no like compass for it at this time. So you'll know because when you walk to the edge of the land, it'll say you're going to move from this coordinate or you're going to move into this coordinate on the map, which implies that there is kind of an overworld style, like, direction from one to the next. Let's see, there is a bunch more stuff. So
how do you see if you want a PD? I am not sure. That's with Play to Earn. And I think you would need to reach out to their Twitter probably. It's something like Play to Earn, at Play to Earn, or I don't remember exactly. If you search Play to Earn, you should be able to find them on Twitter, and I would say to send them a message because I am not sure exactly what their release schedule is looking like. So I have a feeling that only the one that I went into is the right one. I have a feeling like the other ones are not gonna do it. But yeah, so back to the minting thing. Everybody was really attentive. We got everybody on board. I was actually the last artist to complete my stuff for the sale, but that's because I was busy helping everybody else. So I was the caboose basically getting my stuff on there. Just I think I minted and posted for sale about 3 hours before the sale began. It was a very tight squeeze for me. Oh, I couldn't make that jump.
You know,
It's
Alex,
too short.
I got to be honest with you. I was like, when I saw your Wizzy Tower get sold, because that's the first time I'd heard of it. That's the first time
What
I
is
saw
this?
it. Yeah, you like mentioned briefly that you were doing a secret thing on a stream, and I was like, oh, it's secret. I don't even know what it is. And then I see that it's sold, and somebody's like, look, I got this. And then I looked at the asset, and I was like, oh, I would have bought that.
Oh,
It was like 15,000 sand, right? And I'm sitting over here like, I want this. This is very hype. This is super cool. I got all the other Wizzies. I got all the other Wizzy stuff, and I don't have this tower now.
Oh,
so
no.
if you are the tower owner, let me tell you something.
Joseph is wanting to flip you right now.
we got sale potential right here. Is all I'm saying. Just sale potential. That is like the Council of Wizzies wouldn't mind having that outside of their Coliseum and/or library or Scholars Village or something. I don't even know, but it looks awesome. Congratulations for winning that. Also, congratulations for making it and getting the sale on that, Alex, because that is just
thank you.
So good.
That was we've got about 15 minutes left. So I'm struggling pretty hard with that second section.
Sure.
I would say my two suggestions for Roofy, I hope I'm saying that right. Is one, put in checkpoints.
Yep.
So when
that's not entirely their fault, because right now that needs to be preset. Right?
Not exactly. So the preset issue is that spawners for presets are not working, but you can have checkpoints without using spawners.
Okay.
So what happens is if you die, the closest item that has the tag for is there an animated asset in there? What is that? There's a platform moving there. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not. I just spotted that. Anyway, so I'm getting distracted. If you haven't, so say like this tent, you could put this tent to have a tag that says respawn is the tag, and when you die, you would respawn at the closest thing that has that tag. So by default, you go to the initial spawner platform, which is this thing here. But if you just have any item with the tag respawn, and you say in your avatar component, it's in the health component for the avatar, you set what the tag is to respawn to, and it will teleport you to the nearest one when you die. So if you want to have a checkpoint system, that's really all you need. You don't have to have it activate or anything. It will just take you back to the closest spot, so you can do it through the portions of your game. The second thing would be I would maybe dig a big chasm through the middle here to prevent me from running all the way to the end without going through the map. So you could like open up the ceiling. Oop, and now I'm stuck. I trapped myself. So you could, okay, I see, like we got about halfway through to there. So I would say make it a bit longer. So you could have, you've got all this space over here. This looks like a 2x2. And you're really using like a 2x1 amount of space. So I would say, open up, this side here, and maybe make it kind of like a big U shape. So you start over here, over here, and go through, and then when you get to here, instead of coming right up to the surface, loop it up to this corner, and then kind of come back, and then make some sort of chasm around the end place, so that way you can't skip ahead, and that would be the whole process. So I would do that and add some checkpoints. That way you don't have to restart from the beginning. I mean, you can leave it that way. If you want it to be a hardcore challenge, you can leave it that way. You could even make it an option. So this kind of goes to the spawners thing, which I'm not sure is fixed or not. You can make it so that way an NPC you talk to at the beginning says, do you want this to be easy or difficult? And if you say difficult, then nothing will change. Everything will just stay the way you have it. If you say easy, you could have spawners create the respawn checkpoints. And that would let players kind of choose which challenge they want. And you could even make it that same event could trigger a different ending. So if you beat the game, you could if you beat it on easy, you could get one reward. If you beat it on hard, you could get a different reward. So those are some cool things you could do to spice it up. Where is my money? What did I miss in the chat here?
The Holly Voxels, if you DM'd me on Discord, everyone who was on Discord in my like super long list, I just went through and approved each one of them. Since you sent me an email right away, and so I didn't have to follow up. I didn't have to follow up and say, "Hey, I need an email." So it worked. It's good. You're approved as an artist, and you'll just need to wait. You don't really have to wait. You can start seeing them already in your game maker now. You'll just have to restart your game maker every time you push a new game. Or I'm sorry, a new asset from VoxEdit into the game maker or into the marketplace. You have to restart game maker in order to see it in the game maker.
I think these are the same thing. So I was just going to show, this was the asset that Joseph was talking about. So this has been sold. There's only one copy of this, and I can't publish a game to the Metaverse with this. But because I created it, it's still in my inventory. So in theory, I could put this in a game on the gallery, but I would not be able to make a game and monetize it with multiplayer and things like that.
Sure.
So we're going to, I did this, it's kind of two phases. So I made this glass block, which is almost invisible. You can just barely, with compression on the video, I'm not even sure if you can see it. You can see me going to place it. But there is a block here. Yeah. It's very, very clear.
It's really, really clear.
So that was done when you upload a block to the marketplace. You can set the transparency level. So in order to make this asset work, and I don't know, I think it's Maz44 or something like that was the person who bought this. Was that? No, I don't think that's the person who bought it. That it showed the name on OpenSea, but I don't remember who it was.
Yeah. What was the name of that asset? I could tell you.
It's Wizzy's Wild Windmill, which doesn't look particularly wild right now, but I'm going to show how to set it up, and then we can send this to the person who bought it.
It's currently owned by MZWT99.
Okay. It was the combination of letters and numbers. I thought Maz44, but that's actually somebody who does game creation. And has
very jealous.
has been a fierce competitor in the game jams. So we're gonna change the ambience because I prefer sunrise. Look at that nice warm glow. All right, so this is just kind of chilling here, and if we go to play, it just is there. It's pretty peaceful. But you'll notice I get stuck here, and that's because by default the bounding box for collision extends across the whole animation, so I can't get in here. So my solution to that was to make that glass block, which is what we're actually going to use for the collision, and we're going to turn off the collision entirely for the windmill. So now we can walk right up around it, and I designed this windmill so that way the glass blocks fit perfectly into the window panes. So that you'll notice the lattice work there just touches the edge of the glass, and it's the same on all four sides. So it's very, very mathematical system here. And the next part that we can do, now this was fixed in the 0.5.3 update. Some of you who tried using the animated asset behavior or animated decoration, I'm sorry, might have noticed that it didn't do anything unless you put add component toggle behavior and you turned the behavior off, which was a very weird kind of workaround. So they did fix that. So now you just need animated decoration, and now you can pick different animations. So we have a stopped one that we can put, and then the windmill will just sit there.
Really quick, I want to address a question I see in the chat. I'm not going to say your name right, because if I say it right, I'll probably get in trouble. Couch King 0429. You can become an artist if you are creating in the Game Jam, simply by going over to the Medium article about the Game Jam, and about halfway down there's a link in there. You can click that link and submit, and I will approve you as an artist. So this is just for the use in the Game Jam. You're not able to mint assets as that kind of artist, but you are able to create with VoxEdit and then send that over to your game maker by clicking send to marketplace. If you want to publish your game into the gallery, you will also need to have all of those arts approved. But we'll have a more detailed tutorial on how to do that soon, and I will give you a link so that you can submit them directly to me in a separate link.
All right, I was trying to see if I could activate the animation with the toggle behavior. Doesn't look like it works that way now, but in the future we will have more options for triggering specific animations on assets. That's just a natural thing that will develop. So we can take a look at the wild animation part of this. So we start to see some glowing things going on there. Speeds up the windmill, and then we've got Wizzy kind of looking a little panicked in there, and dejectedly walking away as our glowing blue energies ascend into the sky.
So I'm going to address a question that came by through YouTube as well. It says, can't approved artists just copy stuff that's sold out in the marketplace and re-release it, or make very subtle changes? So you can see on our white paper that we actually already have a solution for that, which will be community-based, and then also at this time administrator-based approvals. So we can actually go through and remove an asset from the minting process, and later this would be done through governance from you in the community, where you could say, hey, this is a copy. I'm going to spend a sand to say that it's a copy, 1 sand, right? So you say it's a copy, and then a moderator goes back and reviews it, or later the community would review it. That's this being much later down the road, but the moderator part quickly, so that we can help you make sure that they're unique. So you see a copy, it's a legit copy. We verify that it is a legit copy, and then we say, okay, you were right. This is a copy. I'm so jealous of this, Wizzy. We verify that it's a copy, and because you submitted it and you spent the 1 sand to submit that it was a copy, you would be rewarded back your sand, and then also the sand that it originally took them to publish that, right? So this should be later a whole community moderation system, and not require any special oversight, but it would require a vast majority of people to say, yes, these are copies, and then those people getting rewarded for their work moderating that. So right now, if you try to submit an exact copy, it just wouldn't happen, because we have to go and approve all those arts for minting.
Yeah, and really there's no, so we use you can exclusively upload to the marketplace from VoxEdit, and the format, there's an export system that happens when you export from VoxEdit to the marketplace, and there's not a way to take that exported asset from the marketplace and bring it back into VoxEdit. So you would have to recreate in its entirety the asset manually. And if you're going to put in all that work, you might as well make something cool of your own. I mean, it's
Yeah,
there's something,
that's true.
you know, there is a certain like skill and talent that goes into forgery, but at
But
this
at a certain point, it's not valuable, right?
right
Yeah.
at this point, you would be better off, you know, if you could make something even similar, you know, you're allowed to do that. You can make something similar. There's so many variations on the Mona Lisa, but yeah, making a forgery is not really worth it in this You know, what would you do with the forgery of the Mona Lisa? You can't go, like, it's still in the Louvre. Like, what are you gonna do with it?
Right. It's still one of one, right? And
Yeah.
that was one of the YouTube responses. But really quick, just for fun, Alex, can I do something?
What's that?
Can I do something that I prepped you for?
Oh, sure, sure,
So
yeah. Maybe
people
I
in
should
the
turn off
chat
my music.
seem to be really excited with the fact that I called them Couch King. Um, and so I'm just gonna start a little party for Couch King right now. That's right. We're getting into it right now. Oh yeah, that's right. Getting down to it. This is what my new hardware does, right? When I was talking about that amp last week and I was like, oh, this thing is breaking, I'm gonna throw it out because I got another thing, right? You ready for it? Real quick, silent, just the drop. Couch King. I'm having fun. All right, I'm done with fun. No more fun. No fun here on this stream. This is a sandbox. We're totally serious. No. So, yeah, it is now 2:59 p.m. my local time, Alex. And earlier on in the chat, I submitted the form link without saying a thing at all. We have had 151 responses to that form link. So thank you all for paying attention if you were here in this stream. I'm closing that right now. I'm going to type RNG in my favorite little Google boy and type 151 because there were 151 responses. Press generate. User number 92 in today's Wizzy the Blue giveaway. So, Alex, you going to show him that beautiful Wizzy right there inside your tower? I know you got that going on.
You know, he looks dead. He's missing his legs, but
it's similar in Wizzy to the real one, but the real
yeah.
one can't be replaced.
Yeah.
So right now, user named VR-gaming over on YouTube, you are the winner today. It's nice to see some more YouTube viewers, more YouTube winners. I'm going to add you to the list, and I appreciate you hanging out. That's 2 YouTubes in a row, and that's what I'm talking about. I want to see more YouTube people, more people here on that platform. Right now, we've got 117 people who are watching. And if that number gets over 200 in our next stream, which comes up on Saturday at 1800 1800 UDT. What is that time? What's that time?
UTC?
UTC. Thank you so much. I'm a dumb. So if you can get here to
UCT?
1800 UTC, UTC is correct.
Universal Coordinated Time?
Yeah, something like that.
UCT?
Either way, you know what I mean. The 1800 is when we'll start up our next stream. If we get over 200 people watching concurrently, not only will we give away a Wizzy the Blue NFT, we will also give away a land NFT so that you can publish your games into the metaverse. The last known price, when I checked a couple of days ago, a land NFT was somewhere in the ballpark of, what was that, $1,300 or something like that. I think it's a bit higher than that now, but they are very high demand. And you can create games like this and then publish them in the metaverse on that land. So help us get the word out, get 200 people here concurrently in these streams. The countdown clock, I think, is correct for the next show. I double check for that, but I am on the moderator section, so I can't see our countdown clock. Anyway, so we've got that winner today. Thank you so much for coming in and winning a Wizzy the Blue NFT exclusive to these streams. You can use that in your game creation. Hopefully, I'll see it in their game jam where you're submitting that game.
All right. I think it's time for us to wrap up today. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Remember, Saturday, we are going to go through the whole process of being an artist in VoxEdit, how to upload to the marketplace, and submit for approval with Joseph, so that way you can get your assets in your game for the game jam. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to like, subscribe, do all that fancy stuff.
Click that button, you know what I mean?
Have a great week, everybody.
See ya. Oh, okay. I'm still here. We're still partying, you know what I mean? We got that audio in. We're chilling. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. You're amazing. If you're still in the chat, I see you. It's always a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun.